Today I'm speaking with Dr. Anu French. She is an artist, a musician, a board certified pediatrician who's fellowship trained in integrative medicine and integrative psychiatry. She's completed kids yoga program and training. She's also even authored her own book, an anti-bullying children's book, I Am You, You Are Me. And well, she's doing all the things. So I'm going to let her explain it. But Dr. French, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here and to talk to you today. It's interesting when people say you're doing everything. I feel like really what I'm doing is I'm trying to stay in a creative flow so that when I'm offering pediatrics, when I'm offering music, art, whatever it is, it's in alignment with where I am, bringing me pure joy.
This is the backdrop of where Dr. French does her telemedicine visits. So just look at the art and look at the joy of what you see. And I think that's testament of really what you're all about. I'm having a hard time suppressing my excitement because I'm just feeling this resonance of the light that she's shining. And I want to talk about the program that you created because it's so fascinating to me. So can you tell me a little bit more about A New Wellness?
So this was just an idea of having everything in one site where the mission really is to create healthier communities through healthier kids. The ripple effect of a healthy whole child. The family immediately wants to know what's working and then trying some of that for themselves and then talking to their family members and their community members. And so when you heal one child, you have the potential to heal the world. And so that is really the goal of A New Wellness, is integrating everything that I'm offering that has worked for me. I mean, on a daily basis, I'm continually trying to actually practice what I preach.
Well, and you're talking about sharing the intergenerational resilience, right? And using so many art forms. Your mission of helping the most important people in this world, our children, is spoken so truly. So can you tell me more about how you blend the scientific side with your creative side to help everybody else?
Absolutely. I mean, 10 years ago, I was burned out. I was chronically ill. My two little children were chronically ill. And I stumbled on this concept of adverse childhood events and how to build resilience. And that became the most important thing for me personally. How do I become resilient as a mother, as a doctor? And how do I raise these two children to be resilient young women? In that process, we started to paint together. I created this music that I was teaching them mantra. There's so much science that supports music and art being simple but powerful tools to decrease inflammation in the body and build resilience. So the mantra, the neuroscience behind chanting does not have to be Hindu mantra, Vedic mantra, any kind of chanting, humming, and also just art therapy, how amazing it is in decreasing stress hormones and stress mediators in the body. And then heart math, connecting the brain and the heart. When I talk about rewiring, neurons that wire together, fire together, wire together, fire together. And so we're rebuilding really these pathways in our hearts and our brains so that we can actually teach people how to show up in the stressful world in a way that you can self-regulate, because we can't get away from the stress, but we can definitely show up in a way that we can bring a little bit of the peace into the chaos.
I genuinely think you just defined holistic care better than I've ever heard in my entire life. Really just pulling it full circle makes so much sense. You coined the term craftivism. I'd love to hear what that means to you and a little bit more detailed explanation, please, because I love this.
So I have to give credit to Natalie Coriel, who is an art therapist friend of mine, who actually told me about that word. We were making prayer flags at this fundraiser for something, and she said, "Oh, craftivism." And I thought, oh my God, that's perfect. It's crafting and activism together. I'm always trying to take it one more step. Crazy how many people were moved by the music I was offering, the art I was offering. I was just like shocked, like that there's a thirst for it. I wanted to give a shout out to Vida because they reached out to me and they told me that they could take my art and then I could design items, and then the proceeds would support global literacy, human rights, women's rights, Black Lives Matters, and now the healthcare workers on the front lines. It's just a creative process that is so joyful, reaching out to people in a way that gives them these simple tools that they can use every day. That is what I consider craftivism. So it's activism and advocacy using the healing arts.
Your genuine service to your community speak volumes. I love every single thing about you, like every single thing you are doing. So I'm going to have links to so many wonderful things that Dr. French is offering with her program, A New Wellness. So check that out below. Dr. French, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Erica, for having me. I'm just so inspired by what you're doing too. I think bringing positivity into medicine, making it something cheerful, making it something we look forward to doing. Thank you for your mission too.